Hey Sagittarius, and welcome to your first half of December 2020 general tarot reading. This could apply to your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. If you'd like to have a personal reading with me, check the description box, and I'm just going to go ahead and jump right in. All right, so Sagittarius, the phrase that had come to mind when I was pulling your cards is the devil is in the details. And pretty much what that means is the details in the plan may seem like they're not that important, that maybe somebody else would make sure that all that's worked out, or, you know, it's like, it's like the biggest lie we say, everybody, like the biggest lie told is, yes, I read and agree to all the terms and conditions before we put our signature or the electronic signature on something. But the thing is that there's some kind of detail that's been almost what I feel like is depriving you something you should be privy to. Like somebody's withholding something from you, or making you feel like you're not included, like you don't have a say. But these are things that you should have a right to, or should be within the description of whatever it is you're doing, whether it be a job position, the position as a parent, position as in a family, or a professional dynamic, a romantic dynamic. Whatever this detail is, I don't know if it's going to work out to be in your favor if you catch it, or if it's something that's been overlooked that is actually going to threaten the end state of your desired results. So there's definitely some kind of unfair treatment going on. It feels like one way or the other, somebody is trying to pull over a fast one, or trying to possibly use the details out of context in order to create issue for you. So be very careful about what you're talking about, what you're communicating, because somebody may be actually, you know, a sheep in wolf's, or yeah, I'm saying that backwards, a wolf in sheep's clothing. I don't know why I'm out of breath. Anyways, so it may be that somebody else is allowed to do this, that, and such. Let's say they go to a courthouse and they just lie and nobody asks them to provide any kind of proof. But let's say, okay, better yet, let's say, using the court example, that somebody brings a lawsuit against you. It is just naturally understood within the due process of law that the person bringing the lawsuit or the accusations, whether it be criminal or civil, against the defendant, carries the burden of proof. So it's their responsibility to prove what they're saying is the truth, not the defendant's. And we do have a lot of 7th house stuff possibly going on here, and 5th house stuff. So somebody's being very creative, possibly about something that brings you leisure, luxury, or something that would be, you know, privy to you, that you've earned, children. And they are trying to stop something or delay something, or sway somebody's opinion to exclude you or somebody you're dealing with out of a connection or out of something that they were already promised. All right, so we start out here. First of all, I did roll the dice, and we do got the number 5 on the dice, which would signify, just in general, can signify chaos, disruption, conflict, competition, jealousy, just, you know, just dumb stuff. But it can also represent the 5th house of Leo. You could be dealing with a Leo, or you could be dealing with 5th house related issues, which could be children, creative ideas, projects, things of leisure, and also I believe that it has to do with like the heart and those kind of things. So if you're experiencing rapid heart rate, high blood pressure, definitely keep a close eye on that stuff during this time. All right, so then we go to the 2 of Cups. Oh, it's also the House of Affairs. Anyways, so then we go on to the 2 of Cups. And the 2 of Cups is the first decan of Cancer. So you may be dealing with a Cancer. You don't have to be, but, or something maybe significant of the dates of June 22nd through July 1st. This is related to the Chariot in the Major Arcana, which is the number 7, which is also the number 7 would be the house of Libra, which also would be, so the house of Libra is the 7th house, and it governs things such as partnerships, legally binding contracts such as marriages, open enemies, court issues, lawsuits. You'd be the defendant in the case. If you're bringing a lawsuit on somebody else, this may be for some the storyline of the person you're dealing with. So directly next to that, we do have the Empress. And the Empress can signify all sorts of things. It can signify a mother, it can signify pregnancy, it can signify something that you find to be abundant or something you've been working on, waiting for, been nurturing, like going through the stages of gestation with, getting ready to unfold into this project or this new idea or something that should be yours. And then we have the Five of Pentacles. Like all of a sudden this is abruptly taken from you, whatever it is that you've been working on. So the Five of Pentacles is the first decan of Taurus. The dates of 4/21 through April 30th. So April 21st through April 30th may be significant. And I don't know why, like I keep tripping over my words, like I'm nervous. What am I nervous about? What would you be nervous about? Have you been treated unfairly already in this environment that you're in? And it just seems to be the going environment of this situation or behaviors, that it just keeps going unchecked, and that you feel like maybe you're feeling you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't, or that you don't have a voice, like somebody, or that people maybe take your words out of context, or that you feel like you're being manipulated in some kind of way, or your words are being manipulated, or that it may be that somebody's asking you leading questions. So even though, like, let's say, again, referring to court, sorry, that's just the best example I can think of, is that you're up on stand and the attorney is asking you yes or no questions. And the way that they make these questions out, knowing that you have to say yes or no, makes you look extremely guilty because they don't allow you to explain what has happened. So it may be that something was said and now has been taken out of context in this first couple weeks of December, that somebody's not giving you the right to be able to argue or express your interpretation or perception of what was going on. It's like your side of the story is insignificant. So the Five of Pentacles does relate to the Hierophant, which is number 5. It does come back to Leo, so we have 5s all over the place here. So it may be some kind of higher order, you know, like a larger belief system and a higher order of belief systems like spirituality, religion. It could have to do with law. Maybe it has something to do with children, or maybe somebody's been stealing your ideas. So then we have the Four of Pentacles, and this is where it kind of starts getting very interesting to me. So the Four of Pentacles is the third decan of Capricorn. The dates of January 11th through January 19th may end up being significant, may already be significant in the past, or may relate to somebody's birth date in that area. This also relates back to Virgo, which is help and service to others. So maybe you applied to get help from, I don't know, DHS or, you know, food assistance, especially with COVID and the unemployment rate. Nobody's judging. And you were denied or withheld. Somebody like withheld your rights to be able to have fair access along with everybody else. So what's really interesting is the Four of Pentacles is related to the third decan of Capricorn, which is related to the Devil card. And the Devil card would tell us in the house of Capricorn is commonly kings, princes, dukes, earls, judges, prime officers, commanders-in-chief. So it's almost as if this may be a judge or a boss that somebody is influencing to like leave you out, or maybe strip you of certain privileges you had before underneath false pretenses or communication taken out of context. And it may be that this person is trying to get you transferred out or get you to be separated from the job here. You could definitely be dealing with a Capricorn. Here we have a Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. This could be a Libra or a Taurus. And over here we have a page. So this would be possibly somebody younger than you, somebody immature communication. It could be a child, a fire sign child, or a fire sign that's younger than you. It does look like somebody's trying to flip or warp somebody's perception of what's going on, and they're working very hard on it. Sorry if it is starting to rain. I do sit outside of my greenhouse right now, as I do my readings outside. So I'm going to try and hurry up and finish this up here before it gets too loud. So the Eight of Pentacles is the first decan of Virgo, which is the 6th house of health and service of others, your daily routines and such position. So Eight of Pentacles and the first decan of Virgo relate to the dates of August 23rd through September 2nd. Something significant could have happened then, or somebody's birth date, or those dates may be significant to you. Which then relates to the Hermit card, which is in the Sagittarius house. Sagittarius, being the 9th house, is also, so this may be representing you working very hard on communication, or it may be that somebody here, possibly this water sign, is speaking to somebody in a higher position of authority that would have some kind of say over you into either lowering your pay or keeping some kind of possibly like commission, bonus pay from you. And it's like they've made it their life work to like talk about this kind of stuff to more people's opinions. And they may be talking about transferring you out or getting you to be removed from this facility. Let's say there's court-ordered travel going on right here. What may be going on is this person is trying to get that visitation or travel postponed. They may try and use the whole context of COVID or this or that. Whatever it is, I do feel like you will be disheartened from it, because it's like it was already promised to you. Changes in the air with the bat. So Sagittarius, whatever you do, don't get your hopes up. 2, don't put all your eggs in one basket. I wouldn't say that it would be if this was a job. And if this is resonating with you, I wouldn't say it would be a bad idea to maybe start putting your feelers out there to get a different job. Because even if you were to stay here, things are going to be taken from you, or you're going to be treated poorly in comparison to your fellow employees. Like you're just going to be discarded, or your opinion won't matter. All right, Sagittarius, I am going to continue this over to my Patreon page to extend this reading, to clarify it some further and possibly see what the outcome is, what the motive is and such. I'll also be including a love reading over there. So if you'd like to follow me over there, I'd love to see you there. If this is where we part ways, just be very careful and pay attention to what's being said and done around you, so that you can get a good idea of what may be getting ready to take place, and you can be prepared for it. All right, Sagittarius, take care.